Hey everyone, this is Ro Leathers, Certified Career Coach. Welcome back to my channel. This is the 5th installment of our Introvert series, and it is the final one, so we're going to address self-promotion today. I've got a couple of notes here that I wanted to cover. So, as an introvert, it's often very challenging for us to promote ourselves, right? Because we feel like we're bragging, maybe, and that we feel a little bit uncomfortable putting ourselves or feeling like we're inserting ourselves into conversations, meetings, or anything like that. One thing to keep in mind though is if we don't self-promote, maybe no one else will. And if we want to get ahead in our workplace, we have to make sure that upper leadership sees how we've been contributing as an employee. So it becomes very important. So today's topic is we're going to tackle what we can do as introverts to kind of ease in to self-promotion without causing ourselves anxiety. Let's talk about how we can self-promote, how we can leverage written communication, such as rather than speaking up, maybe using emails or reports or internal communication, right? After you participated in a project, write down what the project was about and the role that you took and how you contributed. So this then becomes a journal for yourself. One way to use written communication is to create your own document, your own success log. After each project that you participated in, document what the project was and your role. How did you contribute? And this way you have a journal, a diary, or whatever you want to call it, as a way to refer back for maybe your annual reviews that you can go back to and go, oh yeah, I did that. By doing so, not only do you have a document that you can use, but you're also building your confidence. Sometimes we forget how we've contributed. And it is not anybody else's responsibility to remind us of that. This is our own responsibility. So creating a log that you can refer to, and if and when it is appropriate, you can actually turn that into an email. And if you feel like leveraging this up, you can send it to the manager as a thank you for allowing me to participate in this task force or this project. I learned so much. I was able to contribute in XYZ ways, and I would love additional opportunities to be a member of future projects. And then it's documented. That's one way you can do that, okay? Now, let's talk about speaking up, okay? Written communication is great, but it's not enough. If you want to be noticed by leadership for potential promotions, for potential projects, you have to learn to speak up because you need to show that you have leadership potential. And you don't have to do it specifically in a large group setting. You can approach your manager to let them know that this is something that you would like to explore and that you believe that you can learn a lot from the process. Maybe start building your confidence by asking a question in a meeting. And so that you have confidence asking this question, walk through that question for yourself and make sure that the answer is not readily found somewhere else, right? Because I know what you're thinking. I don't want to ask a question because it might be a stupid question. Well, if you do your due diligence, it may be a question that other people may be asking or may need to know, or maybe they haven't even thought about it. That's one way that you can stand out, by posing questions that are strategic, methodical, and unique. Additional things that you can do to build your confidence and self-promote is build your connections within your team and your organization. And that may be difficult to do in a large group setting, right? But you may be able to connect better on a one-on-one setting. Maybe have a coffee chat with a coworker that is also part of the project that you are involved in. Consider brainstorming sessions. This way they can see that you are participating and that you have ideas, and maybe they may be able to advocate for you as well. So speak to your colleagues, your team members, and then also Don't forget that to touch base with your manager. Pose ideas and questions to show them that you are participating, thinking strategically, and looking for additional ways to contribute. We talked about documenting your progress and your contributions. That's really important because all of these steps are great, but if you can't remember them when it's time to self-advocate, then it's really useless. So make sure you log your contributions. And sometimes when you read through them with a fresh set of eyes, it may seem like you're reading about somebody else and not yourself. And so then you can see that it's not really bragging. It is showing a historical progress of how you've grown, how you've contributed, and your potential as a team member. If you are looking for a path to leadership, one way you can do that is to show that you are looking for ways to solve problems, contribute. Maybe there's a project for a new initiative, get involved. Maybe it's a process of reorganization. If you have ideas, speak up. And again, speak up the way that you feel confident doing, right? Don't keep your great ideas to yourself because you have value, you have great ideas, and they need to hear that. Here's a different perspective when self-advocating. Because you have value, you have ideas, you have thoughts and opinions, consider it as helping others, right? If there is a project and you have ideas, you have opinions, you have suggestions, approach it in a way that you are helping. And when the focus is away from you, you aren't really thinking about self-promotion, although it works similarly. So when you have an idea that you think your team would benefit from, speak up. That is probably the easiest way you can self-promote, is by helping others. I hope this is helpful to you. I'll see you in the next one. And let me know how the Introvert series has worked out for you. Feel free to email me, 3amcareercoach@gmail.com, or post a comment below. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.